reason you're not improving a piano is because you're practicing with the wrong techniques. Well, combined, we've both played piano for over 50 years now, and we've identified the techniques that work and don't work for beginner pianists. In this video, we're gonna break down the top 5 techniques that will help you massively improve your piano playing. Technique number 1 is
dynamic control. So usually when people start out playing the piano, they're not so attuned to playing with different dynamics, right?
Okay.
A lot of the time they sort of tend to play at one certain dynamic level, like some people tend to play louder, others tend to play softer, and they generally stick with that. They don't really change their dynamics as they play.
Interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
well, let's show what that looks like. So let's choose a song. What should we choose?
I'm gonna go for Elise.
For Elise? All right,
Yeah.
so one dynamic level, probably something like this.
Yep.
Dynamic level, you're talking about volume, what else?
Talking about volume, I'm talking about how heavy you hit the keys.
Different from volume?
A little bit, it'll change the sound a bit, right? If you hit the keys a little heavier versus you play them a little lighter, it will change the volume as well, of course, but then the sound quality will also differ.
Okay, so what's one exercise we can apply that to?
I think instead of doing a different dynamic level every bar, we can do every 4 bars, we can change up the dynamic.
Okay, 1. I wasn't counting the bars.
That's good. The second time you only did 2 bars, and then you changed.
I did more by section.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
So
so
that's the idea.
technique number 2 that beginner pianists don't spend enough time on.
Rhythmic accuracy.
Okay, what? What does that mean?
It's being accurate with playing the right rhythms on the piano.
So using a metronome.
That could be part of it, yeah. But what I'm more referring to is making sure you play, for example, quarter notes, eighth notes, half notes, making sure you hold them for the right for the right value, sorry.
Interesting. Okay.
It seems easy, it seems straightforward, but a lot of beginners struggle with this.
What's an exercise for them to be more aware of rhythms?
Okay, basically play, like have a metronome going, right? So I'm gonna give you a beat. You're gonna play quarter notes to the beat.
What's a quarter note?
Bruh. 1 note per beat.
Okay.
Quarter note. Now let's go eighth note, which is 2 notes per beat. Yep. And now let's try half note, 1 note per 2 beats. Yep. And now try doing like quarter, eighth, half.
What's that?
So do a quarter note first, then do 2 eighth notes, and then do a half note.
Okay.
Yeah. And there's different ways you can vary that up to make it more complex, right?
Interesting. Technique number 3.
Pedal control.
So how do we use this technique?
It's what it sounds like. You're controlling the sustain pedal with
Okay.
your right foot. A lot of the times, beginners tend to, when they use the pedal, they don't switch it at the right moment.
Okay.
Right? Because you know you're supposed to switch it in between bars, or between chords, I should say.
Right.
Every time the chord changes, you want to change the pedal as well, so you don't muddy up the whole thing.
Yeah. Here, show us what a bad change looks like.
Yep.
And then show us what a good change looks
So
like.
this is what a bad change might look like. Right? If you change in between playing with a break, is generally how a lot of beginners tend to change the pedal.
Meaning they don't connect.
They don't
the
connect
note.
passages, yeah, with the pedal.
But another thing they do often isn't they connect it too much.
Yeah, and then there's the other end of it where they don't change it. Where they don't change it at all.
Okay.
Right?
So how are they supposed to practice this technique?
So the ideal way to change it, first of all, is to make sure that you can change it while connecting the passages, right?
Okay.
As I'm changing it, right, I play the first note of the next phrase, but I change on that note. And then I go here and change, and then you change here. Right, so you're changing on the first note of the next phrase.
Let me try that. This is connecting the pedal on the first note. So just to symbolize of when I press it, I'll verbally say it. So
Okay.
up, 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 up. Right?
Yeah.
So that's one way to connect it. Is it usually just on the first note of the next section?
For the most part, if you want to connect phrases, you should be changing on the first note or the first chord of the next phrase.
Right. Technique number 4.
Practicing your hands separately. What?
I don't know if I agree with that.
Why don't you agree with that?
Because practicing your hands separately doesn't mean you can practice it together. I'll give you an example. If I practice my right hand first, sure, I could know how to play that. And I practice my left hand, which is a...
Yeah, that's okay because you've been playing for years, right? So
Okay.
at this point, you don't need to know that. But when you're starting out, it would help you to learn it separately first.
But if you know how to play separately, you know how to play together, right?
Generally,
Like,
yes.
Separately is the step before playing together.
Yeah. Exactly, yeah.
But then why, for me, who knows how to play together, I don't know how to play separately?
Well, that's normal because when you develop your muscle memory, you sort of get locked into playing hands together and then you can't separate anymore, right? That's the same with me too. If I were to take a song that I've been playing for years, that I have locked in my muscle memory, and try to separate it one hand at a time, I would not be able to do it.
I guess that makes a little bit more sense. When you're more beginner, you want to separate things more.
Exactly.
But as you get better, you need to start applying more macro concepts and working on multiple things
Yeah.
simultaneously.
As you get better, it's not as necessary. I would say it could still benefit. Like if you're doing like a really hard ARCT level passage, right? It could still benefit you to try to do one hand at a time, like right hand first, like learn the hard
I can see that.
arpeggios,
Right.
and then left hand learn the hard chords, and you put it together.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Our last technique that will help you improve piano so much faster is...
Fingering strategies.
That's a complex one.
Why?
Fingering strategies?
Yeah.
Man.
It sounds complex, but in practice, it's not that hard. For a beginner, it'll be a little hard to wrap around at first, but fingering strategies, when you boil it down, it's talking about using the most natural way to play a song. But what I've noticed with a lot of beginners is they tend to sort of play wherever their hand is in the moment, they're gonna play like that.
We do things differently here. We don't sell courses and we don't hide great coaching behind paywalls because everything we teach on this channel stays completely free and that's never changing. If you want to help keep it that way, join our YouTube memberships where you'll get access to our private community, member perks, and you'll be directly supporting free education for people everywhere.
So for example, let's take canon. Right, it's generally natural to start with your pinky here. 5, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. So you have your thumb down here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, that fingering seems natural to us. But if a beginner isn't prepared, they might start with their third finger here, right?
Yes.
And they'll be like, oh, how do we get here? Okay, let me jump my third finger down here again. One, and then, oh, they're gonna try 3, 4, 5, and
Right.
they do like something like this, and try to force their way up, right?
So-
Another rule of thumb I just thought of, try to use your thumb a little more flexibly, I guess. Because with your thumb, you can cross under, you can cross over, right? You can do a lot of things with your thumb. It's a very movable digit.
And talking about the thumb, like biomechanically, the thumb actually activates majority hand. It's the largest muscle.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
hard to bounce off a pinky, but it's easy to bounce off a thumb. So we do want to try to use the thumb more often when possible.
Yeah. If you ever have like doubts about what finger to use, just try seeing if your thumb can be incorporated, and it should make it easier.
Right. That means we have the advantage of crossing over our thumb.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
And our thumb is really the only finger that can cross over under our whole palm
Yeah.
compared to every other finger.
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
our thumb should be the one connecting the rest of our hand.
Yeah.
Yeah. And those are the 5 techniques that you need to be spending more time on. If you have specific questions, make sure to like and subscribe and let us know down below.